Hey ladies and gentlemen, Brian Boyle here. Welcome to episode 80 of the Mesh Tongue. Man, it's crazy. I hope I look this good at the age of 80. A few more years, but episode 80, the Mesh Tongue. So here it is. Thanks for those emails, those questions, comments. Keep those coming in. Brian at company5k.com. The Brian with an I, B-R-I-A-N. I'll be happy to get back to you for sure. Today I want to talk to you about some foot care issues. And foot care, probably for one, at one point I was going to become a podiatrist because, boy that was weird, podiatrist because of the fact that I was having so many foot issues as a kid and then as a runner and all this other stuff. But I figured looking at, no offense to old ladies, and other people's feet all day probably wasn't exactly what I was in the mood for. However, feet don't gross me out. I know some people get completely grossed out by feet. I'm not one of them. Just what it is. It's just another part of the body. But I know some people do. So today I want to talk to you about bunions and then also what to do about black toenail. So what is a bunion? A bunion, if you think about the way the big toe is shaped, a bunion is when the big toe, and I won't show you my feet, but the big toe starts jutting inward. Okay. So if you think about normally it would be facing this way, it's going to curve in a little bit. So if you've ever seen somebody's big toe where it curves in, okay, that's called a bunion up at the metatarsal joint there. Okay. So what is this caused by? Well, it's usually caused by a couple of different things. It can be caused by from excessive pressure, okay, where the foot is getting jammed, so your weight bearing on that bone for whatever reason, or it can also be caused from too tight of shoes. It's a real common problem, especially in women that like to wear pointy-tipped shoes. Men can get this as well, but we don't usually see this as often in men. But yeah, for sure, if you're wearing too tight shoes where the toe box is kind of crimped in and it's not wide enough, that can certainly occur. So what can you do about a bunion in the early stages? Well, a couple different things. They do make some spacers that you can put in between the toes, so the big toe and the second toe that you can keep the toe over. You can also look at maybe a shoe insert to kind of lift the arch a little bit, take some of the pressure off. They make bunion pads, so you can put a bunion pad on there if you're getting some irritation on the outside of the bone of the toe with the toe box of your shoe, and it's not completely rigid just yet. You can start off there. So there's some conservative methods that you can try first prior to going in and getting a bunionectomy. Now, are bunionectomies essential for some people? Yeah, absolutely. All right, they've already tried everything. They're having issues. They're getting a lot of pain. Even with conservative means, it's not not helping. Every time they step, the pain in the joint is unbearable. Do I recommend them for aesthetic purposes? Not really. I mean, if you're just not liking the way that your foot looks, but it's not painful, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay, that's my mindset. But there are some people that absolutely say, hey, you know what? I'm definitely going to go get this thing checked out. I want to have surgery. So on and so on. I know a couple of good podiatrists in the area here that do very good bunionectomies. No problems afterwards. Good healing time. But again, there's a pain associated with it. So unless you're already having pain, if you're just looking from the aesthetic purpose, I wouldn't go for it. So, a little bit about bunions. If you're really interested in, have some more questions, again, send those to me at Brian at company5k. I'll be happy to give you some resources on there. The next thing I want to talk to you about is black toenail. Anybody ever had a black toenail? I've probably had more black toenails than I can count. I'm still missing 2 toenails because of having black toenails. Typically, I'd get them when running downhill, especially on some rocky terrain in cross country and whatnot, especially while wearing spikes. That's typically when I got it, but it didn't matter. Again, wearing racing flats and track spikes and other things. Again, the toe box isn't big enough quite oftentimes, or you get a little bit of friction. It happens. So what do you do about a black toenail? Well, if you've got black all the way going down to the edge of the toe, okay, so the toenail and the edge of the toe, you got this nice big old blood blister. You can either take a small razor blade that's been heated and sanitized. You don't want to just take this rusty one. So you want to take a clean razor blade, make a small incision at that edge, okay, and then just let this thing kind of flow out, if you will. Okay, so that's one way to do it. If you can't do that, then I would go in and get somebody that can, preferably a professional, or at least a friend that is, has some sort of inkling as to what they're doing, not somebody that's just going to goof around with you. But then you're gonna soak this thing in some Epsom salt, let that thing kind of heal up, put some antiseptic, and then make sure you bandage it. Okay, like I say, if you're not really sure how to do this stuff, get in to see a professional. But you don't want to wait a couple weeks to go in and go while the blister's there and you're in a lot of pain. You can't get a shoe on, you can't walk. Okay. The other thing is if you've just got a blood blister at the base of the toenail. Okay. What you want to do is get yourself a paper clip. Okay, so you just take a paper clip, there's this edge thing, you've got this nice flat spot, heat this thing up to it's like got this nice red hot heat on it, and then what you do is you just literally just press down, go straight down into it. Okay, I've done this a couple times with some pretty good success. I've seen a lot of other folks do it. There are some people that just cannot do it. They just go, oh my gosh, I can't do it, but this thing's that red hot, it goes through like butter. So it literally just goes down into the base of the nail, relieves the pressure, and you're just pushing this thing straight down. Now again, some people just cannot do it. So if you can't do it, by all means, all right, go see somebody else. But the pressure will feel great when it's relieved. You'll have this blood bubble kind of pop up. It is what it is. That then go soak your foot, some Epsom salt water. Make sure that you put an antiseptic on there, and then bandage this thing up. It should save the nail. The quicker you do this, if you get done with the race, come home, you notice, take your shoe off, and man, my toe is killing me. All right, you notice the blood blisters either all the way down to the edge of the toe or just the base. Again, either way, okay. At the base, the paper clip, you could still do a paper clip in the front. Small razor blade that's been sanitized and heated up will work as well. But the thing is, do it right away. Don't wait. Don't suffer sitting there going, man, my toe's killing me. My toe's killing me. Just go ahead and do it. So hopefully you find some value in this, and again, if you've got questions specific to this, share them, down below on the video here. You can send them to me at brian@company5k.com. Also check out runpainless.com. The daily show is here. This is episode 80 of the Mesh Tongue. This is good. We're moving. So episode after episode, just coming. So I will be back again tomorrow for Wednesday. But if you've got some value from this, share this with your friends, your family, training partners, whatever you do. Don't go hurting yourself to come back. I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, take care.